think.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
I saw something about it. Anyway, back into the game. To the left, we have Mentalist playing in red as Japanese, and towards the right, we have Slam playing as Mongols in blue. I'm gonna have a quick look at the maps. So Slam's main gold is towards the side. He's got wood towards the back, it's not too far. Wood towards the front, also pretty close in berries, pretty close to the TC as well. Pretty nice for the Mongol player. He's also got deer that he can push in towards his TC, since he's likely to go for that early scout rush. For Mentalist, he's got a nice wood line towards the left of his TC, main gold towards the back as well as another wood line close by. And 2 stone piles, both quite forward, and berry somewhat forward as well. Not a terrible map for Mentalist. I like his gold position, and his wood line isn't too bad. Slam's got a more open map, but he does have a nice, slightly nicer wood line. Not too keen on that gold though, it's a little further away. It is towards the back though. I want to give Mentalist a slight edge for his map.
Oh yeah, I'd say so as well. I think Slam's map is very good also,
Yeah.
especially for Mongols. Well, not really in terms of Slam, but I think in the early game, I'd say it's good for Mongols just because he's going to be up so fast, and you know, Mongols usually can dictate the pace of the game, at least in the beginning.
Yep, Mentalist's gotta be careful. Almost losing a villager there while luring in his first boar. Both of his boar are behind the forest, but he's been lucky. Like, sometimes you get a game where the forest goes to the edge of the map and your boar are on the other side. He's actually got 1 tile to work with here.
That might have been a restart situation.
That definitely would have been a restart situation. Well, it's like that time where you saw me go drush as Mongols because both my boar were behind a forest and you made fun of me. And I'm like, but what am I supposed to do when both my boar are behind a forest?
I don't know. I mean, if your boars are behind a forest, then I don't know. I just never endorse going whack style with Mongols ever.
Yeah, well, I don't like it either, but sometimes you can't get your boar.
Okay, it's a reasonable. I agree with you. You're probably right.
Thank you very much. Finally, agreeing with me. Anyway, Slam starting to push that deer in, help his economy along, and get that food income nice and quickly so he can go for the early scouts. If we are looking at vill count, why is Mentalist already has loom, so he was forced to get loom for that second boar, and it doesn't really matter too much since he's not going to go for scouts as Japanese anyway.
Do you think he's just gonna play kind of fast feudal normal style that he's been doing? Or do you think he's gonna try and wall up?
He's definitely not going to just wall off. I think at the very least maybe men-at-arms or something like that instead of militia would be nice to see. I mean, standard play here would be the drush as Japanese into a fast feudal. I don't think we're going to see that from him.
Yeah, I agree. I think we might even see man-at-arms, and he might send vills forward if he sees this wood of man. That might be something he wants to take control of.
Yep. The only thing that's risky with going forward against Mongols is you know they're going to go for the scouts. So they're going to be up pretty early. It's going to be very risky going forward with your villagers with scouts out and about on the map. You're likely to get scouted out anyway, and you probably won't have the units to defend your vills going forward, unless of course you go for men-at-arms, which means you might have some militia early on. We'll have to see what he decides to go for.
Is the barracks coming up? Oh.
That is drush timing, and he's got to farm down before his barracks. Yeah.
I think. Like the place the barracks and then still go fast feudal anyway.
Yeah.
The amount of villas he has on sheep, that's what it looks like.
Yes, and since he's Japanese and he only went for 1 farm, looks like he's able to get the barracks up at a pretty good time. But Slam is already on the way to feudal age, and Mentalist is making 2 more villages, and he's just idling the barracks. So yes, it is going to be men-at-arms from him, and he's also going to gold now. So going to be pretty much the same build that he tried in earlier games. Did work out very well for him. He is in the lead, 2-0 for this series. 23 pop up, going to start walling off as well, knowing that Slam Scout's going to be on the way very, very soon. So he wants to keep his gold miners at the very least safe with that wall coming up.
Asada got the password somehow. He was asking me for it, and I refused to give it to him.
Well,
Apparently, not everyone else
I hope
is
that
agreeing to those rules.
it wasn't Nero who gave the password out to everyone, because then I would feel a little bad. Oh, that is an interesting lumber camp from Mentalist. It's very defensive, and it's going to be quite safe.
That's a very good lumber camp, yeah.
Yeah. But usually you don't
it.
see them on corners like that.
You do what you gotta do. Slime has a very defensive map. Right now he has everything walled off.
Yep.
So he's just gonna have this one side open that he's gonna direct all the enemy attention to. So that's good for him.
Right. And Slam obviously up to Feudal Age first, which means his scout is going to be a little bit faster, going to do a bit more damage, so +2 damage, and giving him a bit of an advantage in that little scout scuffle. But Mentalist just going to try and run away, and he's already got his militia, soon-to-be men-at-arms, towards the front of the map. So let's see how Slam deals with this. He's not making any scouts, though. That's interesting.
That's actually kind of surprising. I saw he went up at like 9-3, which actually isn't that fast for Mongols. It's about average.
And he's not going to get his wall off now, so he might be in a bit of trouble. He's just going to wall the vills in nice and quickly, keep them safe on the berries, and he's now making scouts. So he did get Horse Collar first as well, which was a little interesting. Oh, the men-at-arms are doing so much damage.
Kind of needlessly dangerous with not making any scouts and still like advancing, making a stable, and then not making scouts. It's kind of strange.
It seems like he was like, I'll have the stable just in case I need to make units, and to trick him into thinking that I'm going scouts, but I don't actually want to invest into the scouts, so I want my economy to be nice and pretty, and then I'll deal with whatever comes and try and, you know, just hold off, get my economy in a better position, and win the game from there. Oh no, the scouts.
Yeah, I guess you're probably right.
It is very risky, but, I mean, he's been playing standard before this and it hasn't seemed to work out for him, so...
Is adding he has a tree range right now, so he is going to defend with archers while Mentalist is also massing archers.
Yep.
So, not being completely too risky. Otherwise, Slam wouldn't be making any army at this all.
Yeah. He literally made one scout, and then he changed his mind, and then cancelled the second. So he's invested in one scout so that he can go up faster, he's going to have a much better economy, he's making the transition into archery ranges a little earlier. He does have the double archery range out already, even though he has made the first one a little later than Mentalist, but both players can be fully walled off. And not too much more damage that Mentalist can do at this point.
It's just going to be a race to castle for both players at this point, and I think Mentalists have a slight advantage in that regard because he only has one archery range, while Slam is making archers in both of his ranges.
But on the other hand, Mentalist has much smaller walls, so if Slam somehow manages to get through one piece of palisade, it could be very dangerous for Mentalist, whereas Slam has quite large walls, so even if Mentalist breaks through somewhere, it's likely that he'll be able to wall a little further back somewhere else. A Mentalist bug gold. Where? Oh,
yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Oh god. Well, that's actually...
Probably should have noticed that.
We didn't even look.
I think I probably saw that. I didn't even know it. I didn't actually say anything about it. But okay, oh well.
I'm gonna have to see if I can message them.
It's like 16, 17 minutes almost.
I know, but we only noticed, and we have to ask if they want to continue. Like,
okay.
It's up to Mentalist.
Yeah. I think he'll still play, but we probably should have told him a while ago.
We didn't even notice. Like, honestly, 60 minutes and all of us didn't see. And it is a pretty big deal for a secondary gold pile to be bulked. So it's really up to him. Masada says he can get to it. We're pretty sure that's not how it works. Oh
He does
my
have
god.
that that extra pile of 3 kind of close, so
Mm-hmm.
it could make up for it if he wants to.
Yep.
That looks like that's what he's gonna do.
Yep, okay, so he decided to play on, and it's... But he's chosen to play on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so no problem, Mentalist choosing to play on. He is in a pretty good position, so wants to keep the momentum going, and it is our fault for not noticing earlier on, so we're sorry about that. We're incompetent, my bad. He's chosen not to come back, which is good for all of us, I think. Okay, forget
Yeah,
it, let's continue on Bug Gold, but we already played this long, whatever, let's continue. Thank you, Mentalist.
Both at the same time, advancing to Castle Age for both
Yep.
players.
I believe neither of us noticed that. Well, you did, but you didn't even
Yeah.
think of it. Thank you, Fleur.
Yeah.
So helpful.
Yeah, I was looking at that part of the map, definitely looking to wall, how he's gonna wall, and then I definitely noticed these gold mines. I didn't think of like, okay, that's something we should mention or talk about, but okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But you still have to at least tell him that's the right thing to do, and then he can decide from there. You've got to trust the players to decide the best way, and it looks like, you know, the end result is one that everyone's happy with. Now, I'm looking at bill count, dead even, but Mentalist slightly ahead in terms of units. He's got a couple more archers out on the map, but Slam will be up to Castle Age a little earlier. If we're looking at the tech transition, it's pretty much dead even. Both players going for exactly the same techs around the same time.
Yeah. I definitely do like the Japanese in this situation right now because they're dead even with the Mongols, and you know, and they have the better economy with their mining camps and lumber camps.
And
So
yeah,
be
mills.
able to boom easily, I'd say.
Yeah, it's very nice. Once we get to Castle Age, though, Slam's got that wood line at the front that is very easily harassable with the archers, soon to be crossbows, coming in from Mentalist, and Mentalist doesn't have any resources that are easily harassable from, well, outside of his walls. So that's a bit of a problem for Slam. He's also house-walled most of his walls, and he's got a TC coming up where he hasn't.
That's very important. Slam won't be able to get in, and he probably shouldn't send more villas to build this town center, which looks like that's what he's doing.
Yeah. Oh, that TC is interesting. And that's all I got. From Slam, do you see on the right-hand side near the stone?
Oh, yeah. It defends the gold. Oh, on the right side, you mean? Okay. Alright, I have no comments about that one.
I was like, it defends the gold. Am I missing gold somewhere? Okay. No, I like this TC is fine. It's on the wood line and it defends the gold as well. But this TC is the one that I'm on the right hand side. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what to say about that one.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful TC coming up from Slam, but I guess he didn't want to risk deleting his walls and just moving it slightly further up, closer to the stone pile. And at least the TC went up. I'm not too sure about that TC and what he wants with that one. Either way, he does have a defensive siege workshop to deal with all of those crossbows coming in from Mentalist, and Mentalist went for the third TC a little later than Slam did. So Slam should be pulling ahead in terms of Vil count very soon. Right now he's 4 Vils behind though, somehow.
However, Mentalist does have ballistics at this point, while Slam he has the university, but he doesn't have ballistics.
Yeah, he decided to go for the third TC over ballistics. The wood count is not too far off for the tech versus the TC, and I guess he wanted to defend his economy more and realized that he couldn't be too aggressive with his crossbows, seeing the TC as well as the house walls coming up, deciding not to invest in ballistics for his crossbows.
If I was Japanese in this of the game, I'd like to make a siege workshop myself and try and go aggressive against Mongols, because I don't want him to get castles up.
Yep.
but it looks like Mentalist isn't going to opt to do that just yet, at least.
He probably wants to expand on the eco advantage for a bit and then go for the late castle all-in push, maybe. Or maybe go Imp early because the Mongol transition in Imp is pretty damn slow as well. He has a couple of choices.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay, so Slam gonna get ballistics now. Yeah. And it looks like Mentalist. Oh, that building the outpost.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
You know, the whole point of the outpost was to see where the crossbows were coming from, and the Deadville pretty much tells you the same thing, so... all good.
Right.
I guess. Okay, he's gonna try and build a house. Oh, okay, so nice quick reaction from Slam. He's gonna have the Mangonel coming in as well. That house wall will delay Mentalist from getting into Slam's base for a while. So he's gonna have the defensive Mangonel in position. He's got crossbows coming in from the other side for Mentalist, but Slam's already anticipated it. And he's got his crossbows in position. Mentalist not paying attention. His crossbows weren't attacking for a bit, and he's gonna lose a couple extra there. So, pretty nice trade for Slam.
I thought Mentalist was paying attention in that fight. He was microing, actually.
At the start, for the crossbows towards the right, they were just standing there for a bit.
Yeah. Oh, was he? Well, I mean, he sent a runner. I don't know.
Yeah, he did eventually, but like at the start, he just had them in position for a bit, and I think he was microing on the other side, but he will lose all of them now.
Alright.
Alright. So, now if we look at military count, well, Mentalist is still ahead, so, you know. Okay. Mentalist does have +2 armor though, which is something that Slam doesn't have yet. And he does have 2 Mangonels though, and I think that more than makes up for the deficit of, you know, not having +2 armor.
Okay. He needs to be careful with this, I'd say.
Oh, Mangonels are painful. Okay, and first castle coming up for Slam, gonna secure the left-hand side of the map. And he could go for walls, or he could just leave the castle there. He's gonna have to leave his army on top of that hill, defending where he is building the castle though. Otherwise it might get denied. He doesn't know where the crossbows of Mentalist are going.
I think this build for Mentalist is kind of strange. He's getting frame right now. He has like a lot of upgrades. And he's still camping at home, but he's not trying to like take advantage of his upgrades while he has superior army, Slam, and he's just letting Slam build up.
He's massing Mangonels.
Yeah, I see that, but like if he waits longer and Slam gets second castle on the right side, then it's not gonna help him much.
Yep. He's going to be aggressive now. I'm surprised we're not seeing extra archery ranges. It looks like he doesn't want to sacrifice his Imperial Age timing either, so he kind of wants to go for, you know, fast-ish Imperial Age while also... oh, Slam's gonna get... no, almost getting caught out there, but the Mangonel coming in from Mentalist. I think Slam spotted that out. I'm gonna have a quick look at his Fog of War. So we can see... oh, and the castle's up. So Mentalist too late to deny the castle on the left-hand side. Mangonel goes down as well, and Slam's going to be pretty happy with that. So that's going to secure a lot of map control for him, and free up his army to patrol the rest of the map as well.
Well, I'm just choosing to let his eco idle. He's going to save for going up. He's building a market. It looks like he's going to try and buy food.
No, he's just force garrisoning.
He's not going to need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both players clicking up to Imperial Age. Okay, well...
right, about the same, huh?
I'm not sure if that's the best way to play for Mentalist. I mean, I really felt like he should have gone for maybe the late Castle Age all-in push rather than allowing Slam to get to Imperial Age. Slam now is just going to turtle.
Right, yeah, once he has his castle up on the right side, he doesn't need to worry much about what Mentalist is going to do to him.
But the problem is getting it up.
Right? Yeah.
A lot of crossbows coming in.
Only one Mangonel near for Slam, the other one's kind of out of position.
And one only for Mentalist as well, though. So it's going to come down to army control as well. I like how he kept one crossbow back just to keep an eye on where the Mangonel was going. Is Mentalist really going back? He's not even going to try for that, so... wow. Okay, he's just going to let Slam get the castle up.
Maybe he's going to try and make a castle of his own somewhere and go for trebs, and he might make skirms. Yeah, he's making skirms.
Okay, so skirms, more mangonels, and moving forward with a lot of villagers to go for that castle. I'm gonna have a quick look at his point of view. Where is he gonna try and drop the castle? Runs right into Mangadai there. Oh, that probably...
Let's see this micro slam against these mangonels. Could be interesting.
Oh my god, that is way too many mangonels.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, you know what, I want no part of this. I'm gonna go back home to my castle.
But Mentalist is gonna have a really big disadvantage with this, trying to trub from here with this castle.
Oh, Slam's gonna throw up another castle there? Really?
I think that's not bad at all. I think that's pretty good.
Not risky?
Securing the hill. Might be a little bit risky, but he's deleting it. But if he got it up, I'd say it was good.
Yeah, I mean, he had 2 villages at the time building it. I don't know about you, but 2 villas building a castle that far forward, right next to a castle with Japanese trebs coming out, I would not call that a good decision. We're not on official because I don't have my personal stream key for official yet, basically. Okay, so a bit of raiding coming in from Slam towards the right-hand side. Is not getting Arbalest upgrade, and he's just going to sacrifice his crossbows. Do you think he had enough crossbows to justify getting Arb upgrade there? Blue? Did my TeamSpeak die? Sorry guys, just gonna quickly check on...
sorry. I'm here again.
Okay. I thought my TeamSpeak died for a second. I was wondering whether you thought Slam had enough crossbows to justify getting Arb upgrade at that point.
I don't think he wants to waste the gold on that. I think if I were him, I would, if I wanted to have silver units like those, I would make skirms, and I would just save gold for like trebs and mangadets.
Okay. So now we have the Treb War. 1 Treb from Slam firing down on the Treb of Mentalist, and 1 firing down on the castle. Now both Trebs firing down on the Trebs, realizing that Mentalist has got 2 Trebs. Is he gonna get that Treb? Almost. Almost 1 shot and the Treb goes down. Doesn't quite get it. Well that's a little unfortunate, but it's just devolving into a Treb War, which I don't think is that bad for Slam. It means Slam still has time to slowly mass up the manga die, get his economy in even better shape, and the later it goes, the worse it is for Mentalist.
Definitely true. I mean, he didn't really, he's not pushing the issue anywhere. He never did at all in the game. And he's going for the Treb uphill. He was massing army the whole game in order to buy this position on the downhill. Like, it didn't make that much sense.
Yeah, it was... I feel like, I thought the way he was playing he'd go for the late castle push, but he didn't. And I was really disappointed about that as well. It's okay to play a little passive early on in castle because you know you're going to have the eco advantage and it should get bigger and bigger. And also that Mongols has that really slow transition into Imperial Age, so you can just go for a slightly later push, but you still have to end this pretty much before we get late imp, and he's not going to be able to end this before late imp, so likely to be Slam's game now.
Elite Mango dies while Bliss just upped capped ram, which I don't think.
And he's got bloodlines on the way, which is really important.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Elite Mangs before bloodlines even. Interesting.
Yes, that was interesting. I was watching for Bloodlines the whole time, and I was kind of surprised he didn't get it a little earlier, but as long as he does have it now, he should be just fine. We're seeing Sneaky Siege Workshops on the right-hand side coming in from Mentalist, gonna try and maybe ram down that castle on the right-hand side, but we see a lot of stables coming up now from Slam. Gonna make the transition into Hussar as well.
Meanwhile, that extra gold that I mentioned in the game, Slam is taking that.
Yep.
So, even that, Plus doesn't have it going for him.
Right. Yeah, this extra gold. I'm actually looking at the secondary gold that was trapped, and it looks like Mentalist has managed to mine his way through. So, I don't know, is Mentalist gonna regret not taking that admin re, even though that was the decision that everyone probably wanted, and it was kind of a crap position to be in, but now we're going to see some raids coming in from Slam onto the forward secondary gold pile of Mentalist, and the Mangadai just shred through the villagers at the front. This is so painful for Mentalist. He's already got pretty much no gold income, and this is just going to hurt it even more. Hey, Cavalier? Not Hussar.
Maybe he has a lot of extra gold? Not
well,
really.
Slam's a rich person right now then, if he's going Cavalier plus Elite Mangudai. Oh, but here comes the Ram Rush and... Oh, the Cavalier in response to the Rams, perhaps? He hasn't...
I'm not sure what he was actually going for here.
Because he...
I don't know why he needs Cavaliers to deal with this, but... Okay.
Yeah, he didn't even have Light Cav upgraded, so it was... It seemed like he was going for Cavalier from the start.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It'll work, I guess. He still lost the castle. Okay,
Yeah.
Mentalist calls.
But doesn't matter. Mentalist calling the GG. He can't stop the push on the left-hand side through his base, and he was about to lose all of the skirmishes and the Rams as well to the Cavaliers coming out from Slam at the same time on the right-hand side. Right, having a quick look at achievements, 112 units killed to 61 units lost, so almost 2 times the number of units killed in favor of Slam. Largest army 54 to 39. Doesn't really matter when you're going Elite Skirms versus Mangudai. And in terms of economy, bit more food for Mentalist, way more wood, but more stone and more gold for Slam. Right, Vilhai 116 to 104, 4 castles and 1 relic for Slam. So that brings it to 2-1 in favor of Mentalist still. They have launched the next game. No spec countdown just yet.
So, what civ do you think we're going to see here out of, all the civs?
Oh, man. Civs.
Which one do you want to see?
Well, there were different civs, and this is game 4, so they just swap, right?
Yeah. No, this is a team random, I believe.
If both use same civ, team random. But they didn't use same civs.
Really?
So it should be swapped, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, okay. You're better at the rules than me, then. I just always thought it was team random.
No, because I had to go and do the settings scroll thing, so I did it manually yesterday. So I had to look through the rules.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so that's the only reason. But yeah, it should be interesting.
I was looking forward to team random.
I actually really want to see how Slam will play Japanese, maybe differently from Mentalist, or how Mentalist might play Mongols.
I don't know. I'd expect at least Slam would be more aggressive. That's for sure.
Yep.
Mentalist probably will play. I'll be surprised. Like, would he go for Man-at-Arms again? Like with Mongols even? Like, would that be something he'd do?
No, please, no.
Maybe. I don't know.
That would be horrendous. That would be one of the ugliest things ever.
I don't know. I like it. Man-at-Arms with any civ, even Mongols. I mean, it still costs food, so they're still using that hunt advantage.
You would give people crap about going Drush as Mongols, but Men-at-Arms is fine.
Yeah, of course. It still involves fast feudal. It's using your hunt advantage. Drush. There's nothing wrong with Drush from Mongols if you do fast feudal with it. If you do a fast castle with Drush and Mongols, it's just you shouldn't do that.
Okay.
Usually, in my opinion.
Well, I don't think it's great either. Drush as Mongols. I think it's a kind of where you have no other choice, and you can't go scouts.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna endorse any sort of drushes from Mongols. Ever.
Okay.
Really.
I see Lecture is in the chat making fun of me. Thank you very much, Lecture. I'm sure you would be amazing as a caster. Unfortunately, we're never ever going to see that, so you know what? Who cares? And 1 minute and 30 until we get into the game. Oh. And 50 seconds now, pretty soon. Any predictions as to how Slam's gonna play as Japanese? Before we get in.
Towers, Man-at-Arms, aggressive play, Mangonels, kind of stuff.
Really? You think Slam's gonna play like that?
Oh yeah, he's gonna play a Mentalist style.
Okay, well I'm looking forward to seeing Slam put a twist on Mentalist style.